Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Gothic 2, The Night of the Raven. You might think, this might be an illusion, this video is not online. Well, I must admit it is. After 3 months now of a period of, well, a few computer problems here and there, but that was not the big issue, but rather a few personal problems that I had to take care of, we have now returned to the magical place of Khorinis to hunt dragons. And no, I'm not going to make a Game of Thrones joke here, because I love Game of Thrones, and thus we shall not make any jokes on it. At any rate, it has been some time, so we shall open our quest log and see what quests we still have. Or rather, what we can complete anyway. So basically, Diego's gold is in the mining area. We'll get to that point anyway. Valley of Mines is not that far off, because our main objective is the dragon hunt. Something we have to take care of no matter what. And the quest text in there reminds us to wear the Eye of Innos whenever and wherever dragons are. So we shall do that as best we can. Now, the main thing you might want to know is that a lot of mercenaries have left the area where Onar's farm is, so most of them have gone to the Valley of Mines to slay some dragons. Now, I have to look around, though, for some seekers over here, because they're still wandering around the area, and we shall slay them. In the name of Innos! And down he goes. Now you might think that not a lot of this actually changed, and for the time being that is actually correct, as we will be going back to this area and Khorinis later on, and a few more enemies then will have shown themselves in various areas. Not particularly here, but you will see what I mean once we get to that point of the game. For the moment, we're trying to kill the last few seekers, also gain a level, which is not too bad at all. But basically we try to get a few more experience points to level up especially our strength, because we want to be able to wield our one-handed sword, the Ruby Blade, without having to resort to wear Franco's amulet, which gives us at the moment 4 strength and 4 dexterity. So we'll be trying to get rid of that problem with having to wear the amulet in order to wear our blade, which of course is not something we want to do, because if we have to equip the Eye of Innos, then we surely won't have enough strength for our blade, and that would be bad.
So much for you, filthy beast.
We're just gonna clear up a few goblins.
Nothing there.
But basically, what I want to go to is the Valley of Mines, because we don't have that many things to do in this area for the time being. So basically what you can say is that each of the chapters, other than chapter 1 and 2, well actually it is, chapter 2 is the same way. Chapter 1 is in Khorinis, Chapter 2 is in the Valley of Mines, Chapter 3 is in Khorinis, Chapter 4 is in the Valley of Mines, Chapter 5 is in Khorinis, and Chapter 6, which is basically the last chapter that we will encounter, is in a place that I'm not going to say yet. Because that will be a surprise. And we all love surprises, don't we? Meeting his death, however, is not a surprise, because we're just gonna slay him. Just like that. And there we go. Good thing is, he doesn't attack us, so we're not gonna have problems with resting anymore, which is quite nice. So we're just gonna make our way over to the Valley of Mines. There's not really anything I want to do here other than slay a few seekers here and there that probably will bar our way. Or try to, anyway. But the main quest now, and the main adventure that we're going on, is to slay them dragons. He might be... Yep, he is. Let's see. No. Guess we still have a few more times to go when he does that before we are going to be feeling the evil presence once more. I'm not entirely sure how many times we can do that still, so... Do we still have one of the tiers so we can reverse that? I don't think we do. That might be a particular problem. Possibly, anyway. Let's just fill our stomach with a few digger meats. We heal up. Oh, what is this? A bandit's rapier just lying around here flat on the ground. Very interesting indeed. I've no idea why that was, but we're just gonna take it and sell it to the next merchant that would like to have that, because we're opportunists like that. Gonna collect that, and then make our way over to the pass of the Valley of Mines. Now this time around, I'm not sure how strong we really are, but we might be able to get to the path where the orcs are. So we'll see if we can do that. Hopefully we can, because that's basically free XP. If we can kill them easily enough, that is. Otherwise we'll probably die horribly. And we don't want that, do we? No, we don't, because we only have one life. Other than a few action games that I've played recently, you only have one life here. If you're dead, you are dead. There is no such thing as respawn. No, there is not. Besides, it would bring us closer to Diego's gold, so that's another thing. But talking about technical issues I had recently with my computer, drivers for example were messed up, I had to revert to old ones and stuff like that. It was pretty tedious and one of the most excruciating experiences I have had with this computer, basically. Well, we do quite a lot of damage, but they do as well, so... Gonna push back here a little bit. No, I don't want to attack that orc. Well, I guess this is really hard to do with two orcs attacking us, I suppose. We might not be able to do this properly. Yup! I think this is going to be a little bit too much for us at this moment. Guess we have to have more strength. So yeah, that's not gonna happen, unfortunately, so we have to take the other way out. I suppose that maybe with a little bit more strength and a better weapon, something along the lines of 130 damage and maybe like 120, 110 strength, we could be far better. But yeah, that's not gonna happen for now. Although we do have a 47% of doing a critical hit, but critical hits alone won't save us from dying to enemy blades, unfortunately. I suppose one orc would be fine, but two already seems to be a little bit over our head, so we are not going to tempt fate. Just gonna wander off into the Valley of Mines once more. The Dragon Hunt, Chapter 4. And I can tell you that if there is still a bug in that, we might have a little bit of a problem attacking the dragons, but we'll see that once we get to it. Oh hello, there's a dead dragon hunter. I suppose we can loot you right away, because why not? And we shall be going down this path instead of warping directly to the castle, because there are two things that I want to do here. First off, I want to talk to these dragon hunters down here, which are led by one particular man that I would like to talk to. This one over here. Hello, Gorn. And before we talk to you guys, how about we save up? So, Gorn. Oh, Child's Play. We do that.
I see you've joined the Dragon Hunters.
I followed Silvio into the Valley of Mines because I know my way around here best and wanted to get a clear picture of the situation.
I see.
I'll tell you what, something's definitely brewing here. I've never seen so many orcs in one place in all my life. It wouldn't surprise me if Garand and the paladins in the castle had all fled or been slain by now.
I guess that's not happening.
What are your plans now?
I'll follow the boys here to the Valley of Mines first, and then take off later. I really have to find out what the orcs are planning.
Well, you mean other than sieging the castle, you mean?
I'll see you around.
Look out for yourself.
I will. Now, we have a few other people here, so we'll talk to those as well.
I assume that it's not water you want.
Probably not.
Damn it. I need something alcoholic so I can finally get rid of these damned headaches. When I haven't had anything to drink for a while, my skull feels like it's gonna explode at any moment.
You really sound like you had something to drink lately, my friend, but here you go.
Take this.
That's no secret.
So, he's good? I guess he is.
So, now I can think clearly again. What can I do for you?
Well, that alcohol is pretty easy and
I'm
fast.
looking for someone who can teach me something.
I could teach you a few things. I'm the best fighter for miles around.
So, what
Since
can
we're
you teach me,
friends,
my friend?
I'll give you a special price. 300 gold pieces.
I guess we have enough
All
money.
right, here's the money.
Let's see what you can teach me.
Tell me that isn't true.
Let's start with the training.
Then we'll see what we can get out of your rusty paladin bones, eh?
It was his decision.
Okay, one-handed weapons, two-handed weapons. That sounds like a good thing. I don't want to invest too heavily into one-handed weapons, as I'm going to switch to two-handed weapons pretty soon. But for the moment, we'll leave it at that.
Hey, you! What are you doing here?
That is truly the stupidest question I've heard in a long time.
What does it look like? Well...
Never mind.
yeah. He's like a guy that we can hire, but basically I don't want to do that for the moment, because he will just die.
What?
Oh, child's play.
Nobody
Yes,
will
please.
for me.
Hey, come over here.
Why should I?
This valley's a dangerous place, and without the right equipment, you'll find yourself dead in no time.
Staying out of it.
I assume that you've got the right equipment.
You guessed it. I might even sell it to you.
Anything for me.
So...
There's more.
What can you offer me?
Right equipment, he understands with arrows, bolts, things to drink, and a few pieces of food, as well as a fire ring. I do like the lockpicks, however, so I'll buy those, but anything else would be a waste of money. And hello, Kurgan.
Guys like you should watch where they're going.
What are you trying to
Guys
tell me?
like
I mean, that
me.
the air out
Seems
here
he
is
has
good for
seen
your
a few
health.
paladins
The
lately.
place is just swarming with orcs and monsters, not to mention the dragons. It's just a well-intentioned warning.
Why, thank you. Have you seen a dragon yet? No. I'll leave you to it, sir. We're just gonna make our way down the valley and towards the castle. As I said, I have intended to do two things here. The first one would be to talk to these mercenaries, and the second one is a little bit of a different thing that we want to do. Because, of course, I have a little bit of knowledge of the quests that will pop up around here, because I've played this game to the death before. But what we should be doing here is to keep an eye out for a specific thing, for a specific body, to be more accurate, which is the body of one of the paladins that was formerly inside the keep. Now, we also would like to stay away from the orcs, if it is possible at all, and just sneak our way around this area here. Lurkers will not be a big issue for us, so we're just gonna swim to the other side and slay them all. Should not be big trouble for us. Especially if the lurker is using his chant to do it twice before he attacks us. Uh-oh. I think, yes, this is bad. Let's go back to the other side, shall we? Because we don't want to get slaughtered. Okay, well, the orcs better get away from here, because I want to get out of the water. Okay, that should be alright for the time being. Cool. Right, we're gonna avoid this area then, I suppose, for now. But don't worry, we'll be going back to the Valley of Mines later on with much better equipment and slay every orc that we meet. So we're gonna attract the attention of both these Vorgs. So one of them is coming towards us and the second one will just stay where he is. I can be a little bit not as combat ready as I was previously, because I haven't played this game for 3 months, so be aware of that. Like now. For example, this would have never happened otherwise. Okay, let's see what kind of spells I have. Harbor City Pass, Tavern, Zardes, Monastery, Landowner. Holy Light! Yeah, nothing I really need at this point. How about healing me? That would probably be a much better idea. I guess we can get rid of that for now. And heal us. Alright, much better. Now let's get us that second Vorg over here. Uh-oh. I hear orcs. This is not good. At least I heard blades, for that matter. So... we are going to run away! Very quickly. Come on. Stop chasing me, dog! Uh-oh. Swim! Oh, yeah, we can stay in the middle of the river, by the way. And then get out. And the walk might not even be able to attack us. Boop! Easily done. That was not the intended version of killing that thing, but we have to improvise sometimes. And doing that is one of the strengths as a fighter that we can. Right, so there is an orc to the left-hand side, so what we are going to do is we're going to save here, and when we come back, folks, we are going to go and get that one orc, or hopefully only one orc, that is luring up to the left-hand side. So, I will see you all next time.